Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, early evening a little bit. We're just gonna come on here and chat with you for a little bit. We want to pick your mind, pick your brain, and see what y'all talking about. Hopefully, I'll be able to see your comments this time. I wasn't able to see them last time, so hopefully, I'll be able to see as y'all are coming in. We are, for those of you that don't know us, Ed and Maya Gibb of One Vision Events and Relationship Coaching, and we help singles and couples improve communication skills and increase intimacy and pleasure without judgment.
No judgment.
By creating fun and interactive content and events. So I do see two people on. Hey, two people. I don't know. I can't. I'm telling you, I can't see. Y'all say something so I can see if I'm getting the. Let me see. Swipe left to reveal comments and reactions. So I hope that if you're saying something, that we can see you. So look, this is our topic. This is what we're talking about today. Did he cheat? And I just said did he cheat because I'm talking, and so it could be did she cheat? You know, whatever floats your boat, whatever you want to add in for the conversation. So the question is like, what constitutes cheating in your book? Is that considered cheating? My old girl, I'm gonna date myself. I'm a juke joint girl. Not necessarily growing up in a juke joint, but I am a big fan of juke joint cookout music. So
that would be an accurate description.
Man, you would think I was 60 if you looked through my playlist. And so my homegirl, Big Cynthia, I don't know if you know her, but she had this song, Eating, ain't cheating. I said eating, ain't cheating, ain't cheating. You know that song? So Big Cynthia said that ain't really considered cheating. Maya thinks a little differently. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Ed. We have discussed this before
a lot of times,
and we absolutely do not agree.
We never agree
on what cheating is.
A lot of lines, a lot of boundaries, some gray areas.
So it's like
gray areas. There are gray areas.
You cheated. That's what you did. No, I didn't. Okay, so that would be cheating. No, it wouldn't. Yes, it would. So we're just gonna, comb through that and see. We want to talk to you and see what you think, and just to have a conversation. So we're gonna start with Ed. Go ahead. I'm gonna start with you because you a little more. and we gotta talk about: is there a double standard? Are there things that you don't consider cheating if you do it? But then if you heard, I'm sorry about this dandruff. Boy, it is out of control. You wouldn't believe. I washed my hair this morning. Thank you. Ew, that's
really
hair sniffer.
Yeah, it looks.
It's clean, but it's still dandruff. So if y'all see me out of public, just brush my shoulders like this. So I'm gonna keep on going. So Ed Gill, what is considered cheating?
To me, I don't know. I definitely don't want to be crass, but one of your people's wants to with the peen and the jean.
That wasn't my people. Don't put that on me.
One of your people
that
said it.
That sounds like some of your folks.
Oh, that's some of your people. If one of her people said it, I know they said the peen and the jean. I don't know who it was, but the peen and the jean is the absolute line of cheating.
And that's it? If that don't happen, it ain't cheating?
To me, and I'm just going off of what can be forgiven. Maybe that's what's different about my definition of cheating. What can be forgiven?
I was just about to say, because
anything can be forgiven. We're supposed to give everybody. Yeah, we can give everybody grace, but what is the hardest to forgive?
But you telling me I can hit first, second, and third base, and I wasn't cheating. I can come tell you that I went out.
No. Let's see. There we go. There we go with the double standard.
Now.
There we go with the double standard.
Well, they say what's good for the goose.
No, I feel like only home runs are worthy of ending relationships. To me, I think everything else can be worked through depending on how deep into the relationship you are. It'd be hard. Now, if you're a serial second and third base violator.
Yes, that's what it's. If it ain't cheating, you can just somebody can just live at third base.
No, don't live at third base. I think that's definite. We gonna have some words. We gotta talk about this.
But you can have a whole relationship with someone and never actually have intercourse with them.
Mm-hmm.
But you could be cheating. You can have a relationship with somebody for years and not have sex with them.
Yeah.
But you could do if you live at third base and y'all are on the phone all the time.
Well,
y'all are each other's person.
like you singing the song, oral sex. I'll go ahead and put it out there. Is just one of those ones where that's got to be the agreement between two people.
Agreement
for me, yes. That
you just said pain in the jeans.
But see, that oral is little past third, like you sliding in the home.
And you just talking about me then. You just start thinking about it. You start thinking about me going.
Correct.
Because you ain't finna do it. But what if it gets done on you though?
See
that's cheating. What are you talking about? Oh, she just faced me. That's not cheating?
Yeah, that's a different standard.
Well, because you can pay for it in the club? That don't count as cheating?
That's definitely cheating. I mean, I don't know.
That's definitely cheating?
No, you talking about if I pay for it?
You at the strip club, y'all go to the champagne room. You pay with $200, you get third base. That's not cheating? You better know it's cheating. Ed better know it's cheating. If y'all with Ed, y'all better say, look, I don't care what you think.
Michael, leave.
Your wife has spoken.
Leave your butt.
That's cheating. If I look at my account and I'm down 200 because you done been at the champagne room.
First off.
To do something that you get all the time, please, with me.
Don't do that, fellas.
So, my opinion, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think you are cheating if you're doing anything that you don't want your spouse to know about.
Yeah, that's a good definition.
Anything you're doing with the opposite sex that you don't want them to know about, you cheating. Now, I'm not saying you need to leave. I ain't saying you got to walk away from the relationship.
Right.
I'm not saying you got to walk away from the relationship every time you get caught doing something. But you have to know that you're being unfaithful when you're doing things that you don't want the other person to know about. Any text message that you send that you got to erase. Any text that you send that you got to delete.
That's tough.
You're unfaithful.
I don't know about unfaithful.
What you just sent her that you want me to read?
That's that gray area I'm talking about.
It ain't gray.
I think that's
whatever. What color is cheating? That's the color. If cheating is turquoise, then that's turquoise. If cheating is red, it's red.
I think harmless flirting sometimes can
How is it harmless?
Because I think you shouldn't say things that your spouse can't see. I agree. But I do believe sometimes people get a little comfortable.
Don't say people. Say you.
Familiar.
Don't say people. I'm talking about you.
Talk about the people. We talking to the people. We gonna go with the people. We ain't talking about me. Not me. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Not me. I'm talking about the people. Y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Yes. I gotta live here. We ain't seen no comments. We might want to swipe left or right, see if we can see
don't know.
something.
I don't get to see what folks saying to out this all over. But you're supposed to be able to see it now.
There it is. There we go.
I cheated on the mouth test.
Oh, he talking about.
Darius, get off my live. I did not even tag you.
Darius.
Darius pop up every time.
What Felicia said.
Okay, here we go. Felicia said, for me, the emotional connection is worse than sex. Right. If you got you a whole girlfriend out here, even if y'all haven't had sex, I don't know what's going on with you because you telling somebody else. You cheated. Oral is definitely cheating. Yes, it is. You come back in here and your beard is wet for somebody else. Oh, please, you cheated. Jesus. And you're backpedaling like you're in suicide. I know. Right.
There is some
okay, so Felicia says she does not agree. Some messages are not cheating. Disrespectful, maybe. If you disrespecting me with some woman, then you cheated. Now, I'm not saying that you have to leave the relationship every time somebody is, not loyal or, cheating. But it is. Come on with it.
I feel like.
So you kissing somebody. Go a little lighter than third base. So you kiss someone else. Okay, that's not cheating?
That's.
Would it be cheating if I kiss somebody?
No, we have a problem with that. I don't think that's cheating, but that's that's a problem. That means we got problems in our relationship and we need to talk about it. And I got to determine if you felt weak enough to kiss somebody, we need to talk about it. And, you know, if I'm on a mature level, I'm saying, let's see why I went there. If I'm on an immature level, like normally I am, if I'm heated, then I'm looking for that fool.
See, you doing too much.
Yeah, I'm about to break it wrong.
I don't think necessarily.
Anybody kiss my wife, you gonna get your arm
okay.
broke.
I
just wanted that on the record for the people. Just put that in the chat.
It's in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so Shadern said anything that the other partner doesn't know about that you do something, that you do with someone else is cheat. Thank you. She said she thinks what I'm thinking.
Agree with you.
So you said that if you're weak enough or to kiss someone else, then there's something wrong in the relationship.
Correct.
I disagree. I disagree, and this is why. I think that your relationship can be perfectly healthy, and you can be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Get caught up, and and this can happen. I don't think that people only cheat because they are not being taken care of at home or there's something wrong in the relationship.
That's true.
I think your relationship can be good and strong.
I agree.
And because that's the way Satan works. He knows what you like now. And I don't care who you are. You don't just like what you got at home. Now, you might like what you got, but you don't just like what you got.
Just like it.
So he know what else you like, too. And he'll show it to you as soon as you step out the house. So, and I'm just speaking personally, like, I love this man like I've never loved anyone before. But once he turned me loose, and I done drove 2 hours away.
And I gotta worry about Sheriff Troy.
I'm just trying to say, like, then if I did something.
For my fellas out there again, make sure Lamar Rucker, that's his name. See, I done my research. Sheriff Troy is never anywhere around my wife when I'm not there.
That's the kind of stuff that we're talking about.
For the record.
Like, he heard me say that I like him one time, and he don't even know. I got 5 more since then. I don't even look at Lamar Rucker no more. Like, Lamar Rucker, what they say, has been passed around. Everybody's crush.
He's for everybody.
I'm on to like 3 new ones. That's my whole point. Like, you have to, you can't just assume that just because you have a good relationship, that your relationship can't be open to something like this happening.
I agree.
That can happen so fast. If you talk to some people that got caught slipping up, some of them will tell you, you know what, I don't know why I did that. Like, my wife or my husband was so good to me, and it was in the moment, it was heated, and it happened, and I hate that it happened. But you can go from I love my husband to ooh, I can't believe I did that, and so fast.
Let's flip it a little bit.
But it's still
let's flip the question.
Okay. Hey, everybody that's coming in.
Yeah, thank you guys. There are different levels. I'm sorry, my bad. There are different levels and disagreements on what is cheating. So the question now is, how far across the line can somebody get before it's irreparable? Like, can you forgive anything? I know there are some people that have forgiven somebody who has outright cheated. Like what I said, all the way home runs, have forgiven it.
I know a lot of people that can forgive that.
Some people just, as soon as they found a love letter, just a note, a message. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that is it. And everybody established that there's a such thing as emotional cheating. That is very real. So if somebody had an emotional affair, I mean, they telling them all their problems, they crying on their shoulder, they having little textathons and sextathons and late night phone calls, but nothing physical, is that forgivable? What level are you willing to forgive?
Me or you?
I'm going to go with you first.
Okay, so I would like to go on record as saying that I believe that God can heal and restore any relationship. Yeah, I ain't through.
Okay.
I feel like if you want,
whole nother tune.
if you, both of you, want your marriage, that it doesn't matter. Like, I think that he can heal after that. But I also think that both people have to want it. And after infidelity, I don't know that all people still want it. Now, me personally, I don't feel like I would still want to be with him. I don't know that for a fact because we haven't experienced that. But I don't think I would want to be with him because of the lies and the way I have to trust him for us to be together. The way I have to depend on him. The level of vulnerability I have to share with him for us to be married. I don't think I would be comfortable moving forward. And I don't think that I would want to be good to him. Like, I'm one of those people, I think I would probably enjoy stepping out a little bit. I'll probably have a good time if I had a husband and a few friends, but that's not the way I live my life. I'm devoted to him. But to know that he took it upon himself to have me and have whoever he wanted on the side, then I would be like, well, I'm not with just you no more. And so I don't know that I would be a good wife to him afterwards. And maybe I just haven't grown to that point yet. Where I'm able to do that, because I have witnessed a lot of people who have healed and been wonderful wives and wonderful husbands after infidelity. I don't know that I'm there. What about you? What, somebody said something. Let's see.
Felicia got a good comment.
Felicia said, if you're telling your issues to someone and talking to them because you really need someone to talk to, and they seem like the perfect person that you can unload to, if the intent is right, I'm not sure if that's necessarily cheating. Is the intent right though?
Yeah.
Did the intent ever go? Even in emotional cheating, Shadon says, because there shouldn't be anything that a mate shouldn't be able to tell, their other mate, that they should be out there telling someone else. I feel you. What about you, sir? Do you feel like after infidelity that you would, forgive me and try to work on the marriage?
Yes. I feel like I'm there. It depends on how strong your connection is.
How strong my connection is with the other person?
And so I can go on record now and be a little sappy here, like I love this one like I've never loved anybody else. And I feel like because of what we have, any type of discretion is worth forgiving and fighting for, excuse me. Like, let's get some counseling. Let's talk about what got us there. Let's see if there's something to repair. Let's see if you still got love for me, I got love for you. Then it's worth fighting. You know what I'm saying? Am I going to be upset? Absolutely. Am I going to be angry, hurt, disappointed? But, we're going to put some time into it to, try to get it right. Now, emotional is a little different, because emotional means that person that you're talking to has your heart and mind. To me, that's harder to win back. If somebody had you physically and maybe even mentally for an affair, for a couple nights, for, some, getaway type stuff, but this person is just y'all fantasizing together, that's almost 1 foot out the door type of stuff. Again, if you can assure me that is cut off and we can go back to being us, I'm willing to fight for it. I'm willing to fight for it. When you find something that's not toxic. Now, if your relationship is already toxic and you're having emotional affairs, then yeah, y'all might need to do some different type of soul searching. Like, you know what? When we're together, we horrible. When we're apart, we just cheating on each other. Then it's...
What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point?
Well, that leads me to the next question then. Right. Well, is it better to tell your spouse or just hope that you don't get caught? And then you just fess up if you get caught? Like, what y'all think?
Ooh,
What do you prefer?
I'll go ahead and answer that.
Let's just say your spouse is cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want them to come tell you beforehand, or just cover it up and you better make sure I don't know nothing about it? Shadine said, "Tell them." I think so too.
You know how the cartoon, you got two people on the shoulder? I feel like I got the devil and the angel on one side, both of them saying two different things.
I'm going to be honest as I can be. I would want him to tell me. I absolutely would not tell him. I wouldn't tell him. Mm-hmm. I don't think I would.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm going to just ride this thing out. And
Felicia could tell all her business. Let me see what she said. Me personally, oh Lord, personal story. In my marriage, I looked over the physical cheating because I knew it was just sex and not saying it was right.
Totally wrong.
But I couldn't overlook the emotional. If he had told me, then things would have been different. Okay, so it would have been better had he told you.
Right. Yeah, it's worse when the other partner discovers you cheating. That is the
you done made me find out.
It made you find out.
Because Barbara done called my phone.
It's also, now here, that leads to another question. When you go looking for stuff, sometimes you find stuff like, here's a good question about that. Somebody cheated on you, but realized they made a mistake. You never found out. Let's fast forward 5 years. Let's give it 5 years. 5 good years. That means y'all done celebrated some anniversaries. Y'all probably got kids by now. Something didn't happen. And you found out, I don't know how. You found an old letter, that person comes back in your life. However, and then they tell you. What would it be different if they told you after 5 years or you found out? Like,
ooh, 5 years and past.
5 years and past.
Did you say 5 years? Because we'd have been married 5 years. You about to come out on the live.
Here we go. See what I'm saying?
Y'all about to see it again.
See what I'm saying?
Y'all, what was that live we did about cussing Christians?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Well, I'm going to come back to that. Felicia said, yes, some people need sex, but if you got a spouse, you really should be able to get sex at home. But that's another. Emotional hurt is worse. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Emotional hurt is worse.
But let me see. 5 years goes. How do I feel about that? I want to know what y'all think too. So your spouse cheated 5 years ago, and now he wanted to tell you, or she wants to tell you. Should that conversation happen, or should it be just put to bed?
I'm saying 5 years past, I'm taking that one to the grave.
I'm gonna tell you what my auntie said. Sarah Jean Mayfield. She said sometimes you have skeletons in the closet that just need to stay there.
Amen.
She said sometimes it's not helpful to say anything, and sometimes you only want to clear your conscience, and you're not helping the other person by telling them. Mm-hmm. So if it's going to be helpful in your healing your marriage and moving forward in honesty, yes, but is this about to make everything worse? Mm-hmm. I don't know. You might have stumped me right now.
So Shadine said, tell it no matter how long.
Because if it's been 10 years, 20 years, it's going to come back up. I don't know, folks. If I did some 5 years ago, you probably never know about it. You going to tell me if you did some 5 years ago? Mm-hmm. You ain't going to tell me. You wouldn't tell me if you did something yesterday. I have to catch Ed Gill red-handed. I would tell you. I know. Look, I know this one.
I ain't said nothing.
I have to catch him. Okay, so Shadine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shadine said, but how can that person heal and how can you heal? I'm going to tell. So how can you heal if you do not know? Is there something to heal from if you don't know?
That's a good. We doing a lot of laughing, but you're right. Is that healing? Well, I believe in spiritual forgiveness. I believe in repentance. Do you have to repent to God first? And if you repent, does it require you to now tell? You know? I mean, I get it. I get it that you have to be healed in your heart. You got to be healed mentally and emotionally from what you did. But if you know it's over, you know you're not going to see that person again, and there was no damage to your relationship, I don't see why you would add damage.
But what if there was damage and everybody know but her or him?
And that's a problem.
And it's just waiting to come out.
Now that is a problem because I know you big on that. Don't have me looking out here in these streets. Don't have me looking crazy. Yeah, you don't want you.
That's how it sounds.
That's exactly verbatim. You don't want your partner out here like, I don't want to be walking down the street or going in the buildings and guys are snickering because they know something about my wife that I don't. Like that's very, very hurtful.
But I don't know. See, I'm playing the devil's advocate because any other time I would be like, tell it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm thinking like, won't somebody always know something?
Mm-hmm.
Like that you don't know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure somebody knows something about you. You done said something to somebody. You flirted in a way that would make them feel like you would go a step further. There's something I don't know. Even as close as we are and as much as we talk, you ain't told me everything. Oh, we got a question right here. But if I'm holding back anything, how can I give my all to someone? This would be from the person that's holding a secret. That would be you, since you said that you may not tell. Like, so how can you give me your all if you're holding a secret? This is good stuff.
This is good stuff. I appreciate you.
These some good conversations.
I feel, and I don't want to make it a man versus woman thing. I think most men that I know can compartmentalize. They like, that forgetting chicks is not tough for me or us.
For you.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Forgetting, just you know what, this is done, I'm through, and this don't ever have to come up again. I mean, I get it. First off, you shouldn't have been cheating. You shouldn't have been out there. Anyway, we all know that. Everybody knows cheating is wrong. So we're not, I want to make sure we're, putting that out there. We're not condoning it. What we're trying to talk about is, our relationships worth fighting for despite this. You get what I'm saying? So you have to have some common ground. This is definitely a topic that should be talked about.
Yeah.
As you get deep in your relationship, you should definitely have the other person, and not in the whole, you better not cheat on me or I'm gonna beat your blah 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 blah. Like, don't have that conversation. Everybody knows you're going to be upset. Everybody knows you're going to blow up. Everybody knows you liable to bust some windows out the car.
He ain't talking about me. I don't want to be doing all that. I'm going to bust the windows out. I'm going to bust the windows out car that I pay for.
No,
that don't make a whole lot of sense.
Listen, you ain't going to bust no windows, but you're going to bust something. Something's going to get busted. I don't know what it is, but something might get busted with you. You got a little...
Pretty calm person.
You are.
Like, you're projecting.
Those are the greatest ones.
You're projecting right now.
Ones, FYI. Anyway, all I'm saying is, have a sit down, rational conversation. Like, listen, a vulnerable conversation that leads to the strength of any relationship. A vulnerable, honest conversation. Listen, this is what cheating feels like to me. This is what it does to me. Have you cheated before? Is it in your nature? Have you, all these are questions that should be asked the deeper you get in a relationship.
And you really do have to have a conversation. This is not my first marriage. I've been married before. Mm-hmm. I'm about like Felicia, about to tell my business. Mm-hmm. I've been cheated on before, and I've cheated. Like, that's what cheating would make me want to do. Then you just gave me hall passes. Oh, we cheat on each other. That's just something we do. Mm-hmm. And that's not where I want to be in my relationship, in my marriage with him. Oh Lord. Steph said she gonna tell something. I'm gonna tell something. I'm gonna tie it up. See, that ain't. I don't wanna.
I hate you, Steph.
I don't know. That's tough. I don't know.
Is that Steph from the church?
Yeah. She said she tearing it out.
Oh, man.
So some people feel like it's better to tell it. Some people say Don't tell it. Nothing good's gonna come out of it. I don't know. We talked about what was considered cheating.
Yep, we went all the bases.
Now, look, I'm seeing a few more men come on, but I haven't heard from you. I would like to hear what men say.
Don't leave me out there by myself.
I want to know what y'all think would be considered cheating.
I need some more men folk to kind of...
Because the women are saying...
I'm getting some daggers thrown at me, guys.
Everything. Anything you do. Yeah, you cheated. Yeah, that's cheating. Mm-hmm. So, men folk, what are you thinking? Because Ed is being ridiculous. Ed is saying that it's only cheating if you have intercourse. Like, he skipped a whole bunch of stuff. And I hope he understands.
I'm only talking about for me. For you, it's first base. It's just it. If a dude rub your hair wrong, he about to lose it. That's all I'm saying.
But for you?
Well, it's like Jay-Z said.
No, we're not. No, we're not basing nothing we do on Jay-Z. We already know what situation he was in the elevator. We're not modeling no marriage after Jay-Z.
And look at them. They're a $1 billion couple.
Do you have $1 billion? Because the conversation might be different if you have $1 billion.
We got to stick together because we're on our way to $1 billion, babe. Can't let nothing break us up. Solid as a rock. No doubt.
Let me see what Felicia said. You know I do divorces in case anyone needs. Nobody's divorcing, Felicia. We are marriage advocates. Marriages stay together. You can get through anything. You can make it past it. We having a conversation because don't nobody be wanting to talk about it. It's happening. Mm-hmm. I bet everybody on this live has either been cheated on, cheated, or you at least know somebody that's cheating.
Absolutely.
It's very common, but don't nobody talk about it. Yeah. Like, this is a conversation you have got to have with your spouse. Mm-hmm. Hopefully before you actually get in a situation like this. Mm-hmm. Oh, Felicia, stop advertising. We charge money to advertise on our lives. I'm about to kick you off. So look, we don't never like to hold you too long. If you are on here for the live, we appreciate you joining in. Mm-hmm. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. Please comment. We'll be checking back so we can interact with you concerning this topic. We got some good stuff that we want to talk about coming up, and this was one of them that was pressing. Mm-hmm. Felicia is forever getting blocked and deleted. Like, I have to add her back to my phone every other week. Like, I'm about to do it as soon as I get off live. I'm gonna block you till at least 7 o'clock, Felicia. Let's see this one. Yeah, being cheated on is the worst feeling. It is, and I don't think people understand that. And I'll say this because I think a lot of men say that, they pride themselves on providing and protecting, but they think that that's protecting your physical body and not necessarily your heart. Right. Like, someone cheating, it's so heartbreaking. Right. And so I just know that from that standpoint. I don't know how men feel when they get cheated on. Have you been cheated on, babe?
Yes.
Was it heartbreaking?
Absolutely. It turned me into a monster. It made me not trust. You have a lack of trust. So from every relationship after that, it was more or less, cheat first before getting cheated on. Right. And you feel like that's the way things are.
So you had to heal from being cheated on.
I had to heal from being cheated on. I had to work certain relationships and actually see the harm I was doing to the people I was cheating on, and get to a place where I now understand and have a maturity going into relationships. So I feel like, cheating definitely hurts. I mean, it's just a level of trust that gets broken on.
Felicia said, did you cheat before you were cheated on?
No. When I got cheated on, I don't think I was young. I was really, it was that puppy love type stuff. I never saw myself as a player until then.
Why are you talking like that?
Why am I talking like that?
I'm gonna be white.
All right, let me take it up an octave, as my wife feels like I'm trying to get my Barry White on.
No, Felicia was saying not necessarily in that relationship, but did you cheat in any relationship first? And because she said she thinks that this is where the double standard comes in. Were you the first to cheat in any of your relationships?
In the past?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and where I cheated, it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
what came first, the chicken or the egg? Like in my last marriage, I don't even know which one of us was cheating first.
She got a good point.
It was pretty bad. What I found out, most men cannot handle being cheated on, and women can, which is sad. I think men hurt more if the ego. Oh yeah, that ego is something else.
Facts. I'll speak on the vulnerability of men, Shadon. That is absolutely true. Men's ego is what drives them 80-90% on everything that they do. And when you crack that or do any damage to it, it filters in everything they do. So, yeah, men can handle, especially if they put their heart into it.
That's what Felicia was talking about. I think she misunderstood what you said. Felicia said it wasn't a problem when you were cheating. It made you feel some type of way when they cheated on you. I think you missed, and I only know what he's talking about because we've talked about that so many times. He was saying when he got cheated on the first time that he had never cheated before, and he was really young, and that turned him into a monster where he was like, I will never be in this position again. No woman will ever have my heart to the point where I'm embarrassed and heartbroken in front of people. So if I'm in a relationship, I'm just assuming everybody cheating, and I'm not going to be faithful like that. Right. So that's the way he was living his life, and not to excuse it, but that's what he was doing to keep from being in that vulnerable space again. And so what we have to know about marriage, and especially if we're talking about a godly marriage, you have to be vulnerable to the point where you are willing to be hurt and made a fool of. And all of those things. You have to relinquish all of the, I never let that happen to me. I never do that again. No man will ever have this over me. We got to let all of that go to enter a place where we're vulnerable enough to be hurt like that. And so don't choose anybody that you don't trust on that level. Everybody has a past. He knows what I have been in the past. I know what he's been. And we had to come to a new place where I'm a new person. He has to be a new person for a new relationship. Does that mean that we'll be perfect? Absolutely not. But it means that I have to trust him knowing what he's been. And I still have to open myself to possibly be heartbroken.
And let's not let society off the hook. Most music, videos, TV shows, family members, all kind of promote for men to get a lot of, he's going to be a little heartbreaker. Ooh, that little player right there. And I'm guilty of it too. So that right there also puts in the idea that men are supposed to have a lot of women until I guess you're married. But if that's your behavior up until you get married, you probably don't turn that off so easily. Like we definitely, I don't want to say I want to put anybody out there, but society definitely plants that image in a lot of young men's head.
And you bought it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Right. Interesting. Anybody else got anything else? Those are some great points. I can see why that would give you. Right, Felicia. That's what he was going for there.
We really appreciate your feedback. This
so much
definitely makes this calling or purpose of what we're doing fulfilling. So thank you.
And knowing that marriage is the foundation of the family, of course, Satan is after our marriages. He wants to attack us in these ways if we don't have these conversations about what our strengths and weaknesses are, where he can infiltrate to cause division. Like, you really got to have serious conversations with your spouse about what these things look like, what the expectation is. Like, do we agree on what this looks like? Like, we joke around a lot, but that's a part of the work that you have to do in your marriage. is to sit down with this very, 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 what can be uncomfortable conversation and hear that, yes, my spouse actually is attracted to other people. I'm not, oh, he only has eyes for me, and he doesn't.
You got to be real.
You have to be real.
You have to be
and
real.
you have to talk about how to handle these situations, how to pray through them, what happens if somebody messes up.
You need to know
how we gonna handle this.
What makes your spouse alert, meaning what guy or girl catches their eye. Because if they walk in the room, trust me, they're gonna try to find a way to look at it. Now, if both of y'all on the same page, I can nudge her, and be like, that's your boy, ain't it? We can laugh about it. I can say
he absolutely is. Keep me away from him. Right. Don't let me go over there. Yep, that one. Leave me alone.
Yep, we can have that. You know,
transparency is important. It's uncomfortable, but it's important.
It is. It's uncomfortable. It's not going to feel right at first, but it is. If you're trying to make a relationship work, it's going to help in the long run.
I love y'all bunches. I hope y'all have a great Sunday evening. And look, we'll be back because we got some more stuff we got to talk about. We just can't talk about all of it at once.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
Look
be good.
To the next one.
Oh, we got to have like a signature signer. Oh, yeah.
We had it together forever thing. You remember you forgot the little...
With our handshake?
Yeah, we supposed
no, I'm not going to do it on here. You embarrassing me in front of people.
Oh, my God. We worked on it.
Oh, my God. You going to do the handshake in front of me?
You don't want to do the handshake?
Because y'all see it.
Yeah, it was together, and then we came out with the forever, and then we did like that.
So he just said I was embarrassed, and he gonna do it anyway.
You came up with it. This was your idea.
You ain't supposed to let nobody see it. It's corny, babe. We're cool kids.
Oh,
you know.
This is a disaster sign off. So we just
gonna do the old school peace sign. Ooh, tell them you were born in the 70s. Tell the people. 70s, baby.
Yes.
He signed off with a peace. Soul Train. All right, y'all. I don't know how to sign. Look, I really am trying. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to turn it off.
You don't know how to turn it off?
Let's pretend that we... finish.
Yeah.
All right, got it.